Smith and Sons up on the balcony again. We've got
Hi, Jimmy Spencer.
Jimmy. Chicken salads and fried chicken salads and Caesar salads. We're going that way. We've got pasta. We've got Pitmaster Mac Daddy pulled smoked pork butt baked on our creamy macaroni and cheese with pico de gallo and Smoky's barbecue sauce, topped with tobacco onions and served with garlic bread. Yeah, that would be great. If I could have it with chicken. So, probably they have sweet potato fries here, but they, unless you tell them, they bring them to you with sugar on it. So you tell them sweet potato fries, no sugar.
Hi, Sherry T.
And you can also they do the soft tacos. But you can just get everything on the side. Cheese and lettuce. If you've been seeing our vlogs lately, we've seen a lot of bears. Bears are getting ready for winter. Taking advantage of any trash bag they can find.
Hey, Tara Dalmatian. Is the music loud, you all, or is it a little muffled because of the street noise? Tara Dalmatian said she's watching on the TV while she works on her Sunday school prayer card. Thank you so much, Tara.
That's what she calls it.
It says for the street tacos, smoked beef brisket on grilled flour tortillas with pico de gallo, fresh cilantro, crutch sauce, sour cream sauce, and fresh lime wedge for $10.99. I can feel I've bundled up on the top half. I've got my extra large warm jacket, which is a hoodie. I've got my winter hat on, and I've got my my leather vest on. I only have one pair of thin pants on though.
Knoxville's 53, Sevierville's 52, Cherokee's 54, Boone is 48, Danville is 52.
49 degrees. Gatlinburg. Mine says. Yeah. The AccuWeather app says 49 degrees in Gatlinburg. Said you can't hardly do anything after dark. At least the town, we're at, Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. At least they have neon lights, so we can still do things at night. We can walk around. There's plenty of light to walk the town here, which is very nice. I like a town like that. I like a town that has lights around the downtown area, or even if you have a small town, if your small town lights everything up, so that you can go down there and walk around and see people and stuff, that's nice thing. Jimmy said it's 47 degrees up there where he's at. I agree, Sherry said it gets way too dark early. I agree. I do not like the time change. Jimmy said he hates the time change. Time change is not fun. Oh my, Jimmy said it's going to be 32 degrees in the morning there in Upper Virginia near the Shenandoah Valley. Hi, Darcy. Darcy texted me earlier. She was going out to get some pizza. Southwest Florida, and it's 64 degrees there. That's cold for Florida. We used to live in Tampa Bay area of Florida, and so our area was Clearwater Beach, and over to Orlando, and back over to Tampa, and that was like the area that we were in, and we just went around there. That was like the area we were in. That was also known as the lightning capital of the world in that area over there. From St. Pete to Orlando to Tampa was known as the lightning capital of the world. Here comes an ambulance. Hi, Diane. There was a lot of ambulances in Gatlinburg the past day or two. We pray for whatever that situation is with that person in the ambulance, dealing with the ambulance. We pray over that situation. Life, peace, comfort, Holy Ghost, signs, wonders, and miracles in Jesus' name.
Everybody is busy. I'm getting the double deluxe. Darcy said she got Tuscan pizza and a meat pizza and chicken wings from a local pizza place. Right. We all need a break from cooking. Somebody else do it. you see that little sparkle in the distance going up. It looks like a slow-moving, rising star. No, you really can't see it. That is the gondola, the tram going up to Over Mountain. Kind of looks like a little star in the sky, rising up. Tram's going up, but I don't think you can see it. It's a night for hot coffee, hot cider.
Oh, they don't have like a hot, like a hot chocolate.
They probably do. Here, let me see the coffee. It's been a big sports weekend. I heard two old guys got up to fight the other day. I don't know anything about that. Somebody used to tease them and call it geezers and Caesars. Remember that years ago? I actually saw Buster Douglas fight when I was in the Coast Guard. It was 1990, 1991. Just before I got out, I happened to be in the Bahamas with a friend of mine. He's retired by now, police officer. And I was just walking around. I saw a police station on the Bahamas Islands and thought I'd walk in there and take up a conversation and see what it was like, being, kind of like serviceman to serviceman. And ended up talking with the officer in charge there at the police station there in the Bahamas. And we became friends and ate dinner at his house. And every time we visited the Bahamas on a cruise, on a Coast Guard cruise, we'd pull in there for a day or two for rest. I'd go visit him. And one of the times that I visited him, it was the Buster Douglas fight. That was a surprise.
Yeah.
Ready? There you are.
Oh, you got it in already?
She had the thing in her ear.
Well, it's just for the tape. It's the tape. Because I thought that's what you wanted.
She was the one who received.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she said she did.
No, inside. That's what I told you. Because I thought you wanted to put it inside.
No.
I'm sorry.
That's what that was. Anyway, so a nice lady from my order, and it's in there.
Lady with the blue shirt?
Yep. Great. She bought a car. Alright. So, hey Diane. Diane, we're praying for and I need your agreement in prayer and your faith and your agreement in prayer for Cousin Eddie. Because the doctor told him that he might be having trouble with his kidneys because of being given the wrong medicine. So we are praying life over his kidneys, over his kidney functions, and we know God will do it. Also, Joy and I decided to do a painting giveaway for my channel. The first painting of the month.
Well, it's going to be given away on my channel.
It's given away on her channel.
They watch it.
But you got to watch my channel to qualify.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty good idea. So you watch my channel every time that you watch one of my painting live streams this month. Or a replay or anything like that, and you put a comment in there. You are put on the wheel up to 4 times because I do 4 lives. You can get on the wheel up to 4 times.
The wheel multiple times.
And the painting that you win is the first painting of the month that I did, which is the, I guess you would call it the Red Sunset. Last night on Storyteller, had to do with my hours, and it got a lot of views by morning. We were going to go back up there today, but I was doing chores around the house, lost track of time. I almost rolled my car over at somebody's house. They have a really steep driveway, and you know, the driveway's not steep, but the land on either side of the driveway, on one side is really steep. And I thought I could pull around somebody backwards. So here I go down the driveway backwards, and oh my goodness, I grounded out. A good thing I did, because I think if I'd have gone any farther, I might have rolled over down the hill. And I had to get that fixed. I had to call the tow truck to get me off. The guy with the Jeep there, he was so sweet. He said he pulled his Jeep up, but his winch wasn't working. So he decided to just use his Jeep to pull me out. And you know, there's a rule I want to share with you. You don't turn your front wheels. When you pull anybody with a Jeep or any vehicle, do not turn your wheels. He was doing really good. He was starting to move me, and then all of a sudden, he turned his wheels a little bit to the right, and we heard a snap. And it broke like a universal or an axle on the Jeep. Oh, I felt so bad about that. Oh, he was just trying to be helpful, good Samaritan. But I think he's going to order the part and fix it right there. He left the Jeep there, got a ride home. And but I haven't heard from anybody since then, so I know. Like, whoa, Donny, what did you do? Nobody's talking to me now. But when I got pulled off the hill there and back on all 4 tires, there was a rubber grommet on the ground, kind of like one end holds your muffler and the other end hooks to your car, and that was on the ground. So I had to crawl under the car today and hook that back up again. That was a nice, fun project. I'm always excited when I can save myself money, not have to go to the mechanic. And if I could have just pulled it off the mound, because I spent $250 on something for Joy. He needed something, and then I spent $225 on the tow. So then I had to quickly make a $500 payment on the credit card. And that came out of the paycheck that I got from painting that house. But it's all coming around. We're getting closer to land, I can tell. We're getting closer. Good things are going to happen. safe. Yeah, that was a close one. But at least that Jeep, before he snapped that thing, he did pull me off where I wasn't about to roll over anymore. So that was worth it. And I'm just kind of prayer. The nachos my side. More, can I have a hot sauce? Oh, you're not the guy. I need Tabasco, and thank you. Yeah. This is called Double Deluxe Nachos. Oh, you guys don't get to see it, do you? Joy's got the camera locked in place for the sink. Can't really get that out of there. Thank you, sir. Double Deluxe Nachos. Comes with chicken and jalapenos and green onions, and they drizzle some chili over the top of it. The chili's actually got beans in it. This is a lot of food. I think Joy will probably be able to pull a chip off the side or something. Looks really good. Got all kinds of stuff on it. And now I got a bottle of Tabasco showed up. So I'm going to jigger that on there. Ooh. Thank goodness it's not windy tonight. Crispy chips, nacho cheese, grilled chicken, jalapenos, onions. Wonderful. And sour cream. So that's why we do this balcony, to share our evening with you. Take a look at our playlist if you want to see some bears.
Who out there has their Christmas decorations up? And who has their fall decorations up? Or maybe you have both up. A little bit of Christmas, a little bit of fall.
had to knock the jalapenos off of the chips. Wow. Just one jalapeno per chip, please. Big news, they're thinking 3 weeks from now is when the restaurant will open up on the mountain, up on Sky Park. Something about her bucket nutcracker.
Darcy said she needs to get with us. She's going to try to book the cabin again. They want to
Tony doing? How's he doing in school? We tell him we're believing for his truck too. A big green 4x4 Ford.
I've been thinking about a Ford Bronco. We need like a 4x4.
Yeah.
But when we talked to the guy that works at the auto parts store, when we went to vote, there was a guy in front of us that works at the auto parts store, so Donny recognized him because Donny has gone in there, you know, at different times to buy auto parts either for the HHR or for my VW Bug. So, you know, Donny was chatting with the guy and we asked about like 4x4s, right? Like, yeah, like 4x4s, and said, what is the worst one to get as far as parts is concerned? How often they need parts?
How often they need parts is my question.
And
Yep.
what is the best one? How often they need parts? He said the worst one, how often somebody's coming in for parts, he said, is a Jeep. He said the Jeeps are always breaking down and needing parts, always. We were like, wow, we had no clue. Because Jeeps are extremely popular, you know? So then, we said, you know, what's the best one as far as that comes in the least amount for parts? And he said a Ford. He said a Ford comes in the least to get parts.
But we asked him about the Bronco, and he said, well, the Bronco's only been out for a couple of years, so we really couldn't tell you. Nobody's really asking for parts yet.
Hi, Huga.
They're still new. Huga! And there are still people walking around in shorts.
They must be from up north. They must be from up north. Maybe they came down from Canada. Or Alaska.
Or Michigan. They could have nylon. We saw some cute little kids in a wagon with snowman knitted hats on. I'll bet your grandma did those hats. They were either crocheted or specially knitted. Cute little snowman face on the hat. That was awesome. Cute.
Darcy said, Tony's doing good. He is unschooling, he said.
Home.
He isn't going to school. He learns by life lessons, and he's done really well. He has a job. He works 3 days a week, and then he's doing odd jobs on the side.
Did you say unschooling or homeschooling? Does he still get a diploma? And it would probably feed 4 to 6 people as an appetizer. you certainly could feed 2 people with it. If you want a nice, tasty nachos, double deluxe nachos would definitely feed 2 people. Whew. This might be one of the last times we're out here. I'm thinking. Time for a hot drink.
Darcy said unschooling means we don't have a curriculum, but he'll be getting his learners in January, and he will get his GED. Jam said she homeschools too. You know, sometimes homeschooling is the best option. We have a lot of friends that homeschool.
And their kids are smarter.
They actually take their kids out for field trips. They take their kids out to museums.
Yep.
They take their kids out to all kinds of things. They take their kids out into
Nature.
They go talk to like national park rangers to teach their kids life lessons on all of these kinds of things. You know, it's really, sometimes those kids are more well-rounded. Oh, and they still have things going on with their friends. You know what I'm saying? They still do sports, or they do crafting with their friends, or they do outings with their friends. They still have a lot of social activities.
They have a big book club with other homeschoolers. And then the homeschoolers actually get together for school in a main building. Some of them here in the Tennessee area, in the Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area, they have a homeschooling meetup once a week where all the kids and all the parents get together, and one parent teaches all the kids a lesson in their group, and they share.
There goes
Raleigh! They share their education packages. They share their the stuff they buy for homeschooling amongst themselves. So it's almost like a one day of school during the week for the homeschoolers.
And you know, in a public school, or even in a private school, they're just not able to do quite as much of those kinds of activities for the children, you know, because it's a big deal to get however many 20 or 30 kids out all at once, you know. Sherry said homeschooling is the way to go. Jam said that's cool.
Especially now that the Department of Education is going to be changed, switched over to state control, that's really going to help.
You know, I used to be involved with Head Start, where I was the person that would bring a lesson to the parents in their homes and tell the mother how to put the lesson together for their child during the week, because they had the belief that a parent was the first and best teacher for their children. have their own friends, groups, lots of activities, but their children are extremely polite. And when I see all of our friends that have homeschooled their children, it's the same way. All
Yeah.
the children are polite, respectful of others, you know, very well-rounded.
Called being loved.
Terry said, I agree, Joy. Hey, Cammy Bars!
I think I had 2 or 3 teachers, I can remember their names. Mrs. Hyde, Mrs. Mays, and Carl Overly. They made an impact on my life. A couple others might have made one. But I was a pretty wild child, so it's a rarity. And
Darcy said, what little Tony's doing is more of something that he can learn more of what he's actually interested in instead of learning things that he won't actually need. And he's already learned how to manage his money, and he's learned responsibility. He's also a giver too. Little Tony has taken his own money and blessed people with when he saw they had a need. He worked for his money when he saw someone had a need. And so he went and blessed that person. You know?
uh-oh, battery is going dead for Jimmy Spencer. Thank you for being in here, Jimmy.
You can plug it in. Diane said, plug it in, Jimmy.
Plug it in. Yeah, I got a backup for you. Well, that was thoroughly enjoyable. Great. So, can he get I did. When the GED thing is that. When would is he like a sophomore or a junior? Or is he getting it early? That's pretty cool. Especially if a GED doesn't have a stigma attached to it. Because a lot of people, you know, their GED means they didn't graduate, they quit school, something bad. So hopefully the GED has a better reputation now, and it's not just for kids that quit. Like it used to be years ago in the 70s and 80s, if you were getting your GED, it's because you quit school or you went to jail.
You know, the other day I was thinking about, you know, you had to take algebra and geometry and stuff like that in school, and I just thought, when have I ever used algebra or geometry?
Yeah.
You know, when? When have I ever used it? Why is it even being taught? If it's not in something that is your goal in life to do some sort of math.
We're the only ones out on the balcony. I wonder why.
It's a bit nippy out here. thinks their music is better than anybody else's. They think the rest of the world needs to hear it.
Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. Just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it now. Make it good. Something just like you should. Right now, yeah.
It wasn't good music either, by the way. Tammy said, I wonder if you'll see a bear tonight. We don't even know when, know when we're going to see a bear, but we just drive around. And a lot of times we're just driving up and down the strip, and all of a sudden we'll see a bear. We saw 2 bears last night after we left the Sky Park. We saw 2 bears after we left the Sky Park last night. Not all the way. Huh? Last night, we saw a bear up a tree, and it got upset with, people went up on the balcony to look at it, and the balcony was like right next to the tree. The bear got mad at those people, and then the bear kind of made a growl at him, and then he swatted his paw, so they realized, he was not happy, and they went ahead and went down across the street, and then when they crossed the street and the bear saw that they had, gotten out of the way, then the bear climbed down the tree, and he walked up where they just came down. He walked up where they just came down, and then, then we were driving down the Parkway. We just went down and back, and when we started going down, that same bear had gone through and came out here and crossed the Parkway, and he was after a bag of garbage that was across the street that somebody had thrown out. And then so after we went up and down once, the Parkway, we were heading out of town, and there was, over there, Darcy, where you had stayed in that hotel, right over there, near where the lounge was, to check in, there was garbage bags and garbage all over. We're just driving by slowly, and all of a sudden,
I said, oh,
and we were like,
look at all that garbage spread all over the ground. And it was like, then I saw the
and
bear.
it was a big bear that was eating in that garbage, a
He
big
was
bear.
the one with the red tag in his ear.
Hi, Vance, outdoors with Vance. So we actually got videos of those two bears. Oh, then we saw other bears, but we didn't stop. But where we saw a mama bear, a big mama bear, and her cubs, they were back, out, trying to get in the garbage again. So we saw them, but we didn't stop because there was a big crowd there, so we did not stop. But I saw them as we were going by. So I saw 4 bears last night, 4 bears. All different bears.
aggressively pray for the bears because I don't think, people make mistakes. I don't want bears to make mistakes at the same time. Because if the bear does some things that he shouldn't do, then they'll try to relocate him. If it doesn't work, then he has to go on. We don't like that.
Darcy said he probably found the trash and drug it out around. Right. See the
Those bags are sitting right out.
yeah. Here's the thing. There was a garbage truck out last night, and the garbage truck was just stopped. It was just stopped by that sports bar, and it wasn't moving. So Donny, for quite a while. So Donny thinks that the garbage person had, pulled over the garbage truck and then stopped at the sports bar to look in the window and see
I hope we're not getting him in trouble by saying that.
see the, just take a peek in the window because there was a big event going on last night. So the bears took advantage of that opportunity. Bears are opportunists,
That's right. He ran across that street, grabbed that garbage bag. He knew he was wrong. You could tell. It was like he grabbed it, and then he felt a little guilty, and he was a little scared that somebody was going to go after him. It's like, remember that little cartoon mouse? If I do it, I get a thinking. I do it. And it was like the bear was like, I know this is wrong, but I just gotta have it. Hey, Mr. Ranger, sir, you left your garbage can out. I'm gonna raid it, and I take it in your picnic basket. Yogi, the ranger's not gonna like that, Yogi. That's the kind of stuff that I'm doing those impersonations when Joy and I are looking at bears. I'm like, oh, the ranger's not gonna like that, Yogi. Hey, the ranger's not gonna know. Boo, boo, boo. Let's go.
Darcy says, hey, boo boo.
I think I want to give some money to those people that are coming down every weekend. Well, that shrimp has a great coating. A little too salty for me, but I can eat one. And but even one.
It is salty. The shrimp is salty.
Yep, so these Smith & Son shrimp. A little salty for me, but homemade breaded. Oh, so good. They're perfectly cooked too, by the way. Not rubbery. There's a certain point where you cook shrimp. They know how to do it right. Crunchy, homemade coating. They had fun listening today. Everybody see that little truck go by with all covered with mud? They had fun somewhere today. I'd like to find out where they go to get all muddy like that.
Diane said the bears have to fatten up before they go into hibernation. That's true. Now the thing of it is with
Who's Google?
black Yogi Bear's little friend.
Oh, hey, Google.
Hey, Mama Too. Yeah, Mama Too, thank you.
Black bears here in the Smoky Mountains do not technically go into a real hibernation. The black
Annie loves
bears,
our car emoji.
yeah, Cammy Boris loves our car emoji. Little yellow beat up your bug emoji. I made that myself. It's got me and Donny riding in it. The black bears here in the Smoky Mountains technically do not do a real hibernation like northern bears or like Alaskan bears or grizzly bears, they go into, polar bears do not go into hibernation at all. They're out all winter long. Yes, they are.
That's why the males are out early, because the females come out with their pups first thing in the morning, first thing in the spring.
Well, I'm sure Mama does, she has to go into a den when she's birthing. Yes.
Yeah.
The
She's in
males
there
do
all
not
winter.
do that. Polar bears.
They do.
No, because Adam the Woo is up there doing Alaska, and they're warning him every day about the polar bears. You know? And the danger. And that's one thing about the polar bears. Adam the Woo said, they tell you if you have a vehicle, or he rented a vehicle, they said don't leave your car doors locked, because especially up north, more in the country, they said because the polar bears, if somebody's out walking around and they see a polar bear, that person, it's considered a friendly thing to do to leave your car doors unlocked, so that person can run and jump in your car for safety from the polar bear, so the polar bear won't get them.
That neighborhood.
But then he said, after he got to thinking about it, he had checked out of his hotel and had all his stuff in his car, or he rented a 4x4 truck. He said,
Way up in Alaska.
he said, I don't know. He goes, I'm thinking about that now. I'm a little skeptical. He says, now I'm wondering if that's really true, or if they're saying that so that somebody can come and take your stuff, you know. And he goes, but I'm eating my lunch and I'm looking out the window, so I think I'm okay. Hi, Smoky Mountain Man.
He's so far up in Alaska, there's nobody going to take your stuff. Although I would say that if you walk outside and you're walking towards your car in Alaska, and the people inside the car are waving at you going, no, it's probably because they got in your car and there's a polar bear around, and you need to get back in the house. I was like, if somebody's in my car, I'm getting back in the house. There's a polar bear around.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite something. Now, Adam did not get to see a polar bear while he was up there. He wanted to. He wanted to see a moose. He did not get to see a moose. And it wasn't for lack of trying. He was trying. But I suggested to him, you know, maybe he could rent one of those excursions, you know, where they take you out to see the animals. That's probably pretty pricey, but, you know, he can probably afford it, you know.
Yeah, or go to an Elks Lodge, at least you'll see an elk.
But he's left at Alaska now, and he's gone to Vegas. He's in Vegas now for Thanksgiving.
Somewhere warmer.
I think he quit his Alaska trip early, actually.
You got cold?
Because he was going to stay there for 2 weeks. And I think when he went to Barrow, Alaska, which is the highest point in America, he decided he had enough snow at that point.
Yeah, Barrow, Alaska is as far north as you can get. Good to see you, Smoky Mountain Man. I didn't notice you come in.
So the bears do not have a full hibernation. They kind of, there's a word for it, but they do kind of go into this sleep mode where they.
Light hibernation.
It's like a light sleeping, and they do come out.
Hibernation light.
They do come out of their dens during the winter. The mama bears probably stay there longer because they have a cub, you know. They have cubs, but the male bears, they do wander around and stuff sometimes during the winter, briefly, and then they'll go back to their
on
dens.
a warm day or something like that.
Yeah, they'll pop out usually on a warmer day, and they'll walk around. They might, you know, go get something to eat or whatever, and then they'll go back to their den and sleep a little more. It's called light sleeping for black bears.
Light hibernation.
No, it's not called light hibernation. It's a different word for it. Looks like a light sleep.
outside watching the football game. It's all nice and warm and toasty in there. Yep, we can. So I think we've enjoyed our dinner and our time with you. Yep, I'm not even interested in an ice cream dessert. That's how cold it is. Oh, I see a couple down there wearing camouflage clothes. Oh, did I make this family of like 7 or 8 people were, I don't know, a couple months ago, we were at a restaurant and this family of 7 or 8 people, they all had camouflage clothes on. And I said really loud, I can't see any of you. They laughed and laughed and laughed. I can't
You're all invisible. I can't see any of you because every single one of them had camouflage on, and yeah, that was so funny. You know, but there's a lot of people that come here to Gatlinburg or to Dollywood or wherever, and they all wear the same clothes, or they all wear the same like shirt or something,
yeah.
so that they can pick each other out easily in a crowd and not get lost. You know.
Yep. Grandma says if you want to go to Dollywood, you got to put this on. Oh, well.
Well, sometimes they have a family name on their.
Oh, family names.
Like a
Oh, yeah.
family name on their clothing or something like that. You know, it'll say like so and so family reunion.
Yep.
You know, or whatever, something like that. So, which I think is cute.
I think that's wonderful.
It's a cute idea. Very cute. So.
Well, we're going to go because we got to get on the elevator and we wouldn't be able to keep the live stream anyway.
Yeah, we're going to say goodnight because we're going to go down and do something. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for being with us tonight.
And subscribing, liking, and
laughs.
going to our playlist and watching some of our other videos. We appreciate you all. We love you. But Jesus loves you more. Oh, type in the line.
Oh, yeah, don't forget to type in bye. BYE. Yeah. We'll have a Blessed Harris shirt for our family reunion. Is that the blessed? So if it says Smoky Mountain Blessed Harris, then we'll come too. Yes, thank you, Cabby. Thank you, Jam. Good night, good night. Thank you, Tara. Yeah, Tara's got a good idea. Mama too's got a good idea. We'll have the Smoky Mountain Harris, Smoky Mountain Blessed Harris t-shirt.
Blessed Harris. That's cute. Blessed Harris.
Good night to you, Cabby. Good night to Nightbot. Good night to Tara.
Good night,
Thank you for being with us.
everyone.
Love you much. Love you much. It's cold. We got